Why have the lives of so many South Africans not changed for the better since 1994? Where do the funds go that are meant to uplift the poor? This week, we visit 3 municipalities in search of answers. You can have your say on service delivery later in the programme.
Half of the country's 284 municipalities are on the brink of collapse or battling to survive. Over the last 6 months, residents have taken to the streets in many areas, angry at the lack of service delivery. So what has gone wrong with many of our municipalities? Critics put the blame on inefficiency, mismanagement, and incompetence. Lack of funding is also a problem, as are the corrupt officials who allegedly siphon off money intended for the poor. We visited 3 municipalities in 3 different provinces. We wanted to find out what is causing the rot and whether other municipalities are heading in the same direction. First stop is Harding in KwaZulu-Natal, in the Umuzwabantu municipality. It's largely rural, except for the small town of Harding. Locals tell a joke. If you drive in a straight line on many of the roads here, the police immediately know you're drunk. There are just too many potholes to drive straight. We join the municipal manager on a tour of the town.
The biggest challenges municipal manager in this municipality.
It's infrastructural development and also getting the people to come and invest here because we do not have enough infrastructure to cater for them.
Sure.
Yeah. As you might see when you go around town, our roads, our drainage system.
It's part and parcel of it. This street they tried an experiment.
Paul Belbin is a member of the local Chamber of Commerce. He's up in arms at what has happened to the town and is determined to see it change.
I think there's serious cause for concern in the way that the present council is managing the finances of this town.
One would say Harding, of late is tattered. It's full of potholes. There's no development in terms of that. There's nothing in terms of development in Harding.
It's generally accepted that municipalities should spend no more than 30% of their budget on salaries. The rest should go on infrastructure.
Most of the budget then goes to the salaries. To the delivery, it's very, very little.
That comes from a history that we have had. For example, here we have about 120 employees. Some of them really, one might argue whether they have to be here or not. But then we inherited that from the provincial government and from the former TLC, as it was called in the past. Now we are sitting with this problem. These people should be paid. They should have benefits. It's part of operational budget. And also, people out there, they need services. They need halls, they need clinic, they need crashes. Now, to balance the budget is quite difficult. You end up having more money going to salaries than going to service delivery.
I think it's about 30% goes to salaries, and then the rest goes to service delivery in the town, and then the rest to capital budget.
6 municipalities all seem to have one symptom in common. They spend a large part of their budgets on salaries.
It's actually an irritating thing is that you've got senior staff employed by council, and I have to mention this, who are earning huge salaries that are way beyond the normal salary that is paid to a municipal employee. And we've actually got a serious problem with that. For a municipal manager in our district or the Umuzwabantu council to be earning in the region of 500,000 rand a year, to be quite frank, I think it's obscene. And we're not getting value for it. We certainly are. because one just has to drive around town to have a look at the services that we're receiving, and it's plain.
We did exactly that with the municipal manager and saw a town that looked decidedly in poor shape.
So you have not been having a stable, administration. Municipal managers have been coming here, and managers 6-8 months down the line they are fired. It affected service delivery. The other part also is that of the income that we are generating, it's far below what we expect to get. So also it affects the way we budget things and the way we want to do things.
Now we're gonna go down one of the more interesting streets in Harding. It was originally a paved street and now is a pothole street. This area has been flooded quite a few times before until they put the drains in. Now it's destroyed the road totally, and side drains, as you can see, are non-existent.
But you can't judge a municipality on appearances alone. What about the business decisions they make? Recently, this municipality sold off some of its fleet at knockdown prices. We were offered a variety of explanations.
What we did as we were trying to restructure the whole, municipality, we realized that although we have many, vehicles, but some of them are really not a must-to-have, but a nice-to-have.
It is true that we have sold some of our fleet, tractors and buggies and so forth. And the reason was that many of them were too old.
With very little forethought, the council sold a refuse trailer, which was bought by somebody in our community. Now that particular vehicle has been leased back by this person to the council at 1,000 Rand a week. It was sold for 7,000 Rand. It's been leased back to the council for 9 weeks. So the gentleman involved has profited in a very short period of time.
We don't have enough now tractors and all that to do servicing the people. We are hiring, but we sold them, but now we're hiring them.
Well, I think my assessment tells me that the municipality is definitely functioning. All that is lacking are the funds.
Everything is somersaulted here. There's nothing straight, really, that we can say. Even if then we are poor in delivery, but there's this that we can admire. There's nothing that you can admire in this municipality.
Things soon got even more upside down. Residents clearly don't agree with the mayor that the municipality is in good shape. A few days after we left, they marched on the municipal offices. But by the time they got there, the management team had fled. Employees were escorted to safety by the police. Residents demanded that the mayor, the municipal manager, and other line managers resign and called for an end to corruption. Before leaving, they locked the offices. They promised worse things to come if their demands were not met.
And now, it's impossible to resist the taste of new Robertson sprinkles.
At only $39.90, KFC Streetwise Feast is a secret worth sharing.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone.
An intimate moment is one of life's special moments that you can't always plan. And why should you, just because you experience erection problems? Now there's a tablet that gives you the freedom to respond whenever the moment is right, giving you the confidence to get your relationship back to the way it was before. Speak to your doctor or pharmacist, or visit 36hoursofreedom.co.za. By Lily.
Ever thought what happens when you've got constipation? Imagine this bag is your stomach. It's full of waste food, and every time you eat, you're adding to it and carrying it around. So turn to Senecot with Senna and help restore the flow of your digestive system quickly and simply. Help restore your digestive system's inner health with Senecot.
Introducing the safest car in the world. We repeat, the safest car in the world. The new Citroën C5.
I hate being beautiful. If it means people think that I'm just a pretty face, superficial, an airhead, vain, or immature. I'm not the world's sex idol. I am my own, and I love being beautiful.
Hello. 2002. How are you? 2003.
Get email on the go, whatever you're doing. Introducing BlackBerry from Vodafone. First from Vodacom, South Africa's leading cellular network.
Home Along in the Free State lit up our TV screens last month as protests over delivery turned violent. A few days later, residents of Clocolan in the Eastern Free State also took to the streets. No TV cameras were present.
Life goes on here.
The Setsoto municipality includes towns like Senekal, Vicksburg, and Clocolan. This is their municipal manager. Municipalities are under great pressure to deliver. Government expects them to raise funds from their ratepayers. But in small, poor municipalities like this one, there's little chance of recovering what's owed to them.
I must agree, there are also other projects identified, needs identified by the committee, which could not be realized because of the scarcity of resources, financial backup and so forth, because there are limitations of the budget constraints.
The backlog in basic infrastructure here is formidable. The notorious bucket system still exists, as in many other parts of the country. Over 7,000 households have to endure a sickening stink daily.
Eradication of bucket system is part of the program. This is a bigger challenge as well. And then we're doing this in all the 4 towns. Finally, we'll be happy by the year 2010. We're quite confident that the bucket will have been removed.
Mikeleng is one of the townships in this municipality. It has hardly any decent roads, but residents owe the municipality at least 80 million rand, an amount that would go a long way to provide badly needed amenities and services. It's a tough balancing act that critics say the municipality has failed to master.
No, I think the way municipalities are run in South Africa, especially in the Free State also, and in Sesotho, is a recipe for revolution. And this revolution has already started in the Eastern Free State.
The provincial government is also watching this municipality closely. Last year, they sent in a team of forensic investigators. They were to do a so-called scoping exercise to see if a full investigation was needed. Their report revealed some serious problems.
They said it's a scooping exercise to give support to municipality on areas of their weaknesses. The end result was to say, where are we actually weak, and to give us those support in those areas.
That's not what the report says at all. Amongst other things, it questions how the municipal manager was appointed and his qualifications.
He was a municipal manager of Tlokalan previously, one of the towns, and we took over there in Sesotho a bankrupt municipality. And then he took over here, and I mean, what can you expect?
We wanted a metric or equivalent. And his status at that time was actually an equivalent of metric.
Sesotho Municipality did not escape the scrutiny of the Auditor General either. Neither did the other two municipalities we visited.
The past 2 years, successive years, the Auditor General had a damning 2 reports on the financial statements of the municipality. You know, he didn't express an opinion on the financial statements, which means that that is the maximum criticism that he has on the financial statements or financial position of a municipality.
I agree that some of the going concerns raised by the Auditor General are things which is history that will need a lot of tracing, and some of the documents do not exist. We cannot have a supportive documentations. But the level of performance and progress made, it has been quite substantial. And we're quite confident that now this has been quite a progress made by this municipality from a book form of a very huge book of audit queries to a very less pages of less than 30.
To me, the Auditor General's report, it's not objective. It would be objective if it would come up with all activities of the municipality, stating or reporting to say these are qualified or unqualified reports. Not only look into specific issues of interest, like I have said.
Well, and
questions are also being asked about the salaries of municipal managers. In all 3 municipalities we visited, there were complaints about what they earn and their performances.
You know, they take maximum salaries for themselves, councillor fees, management salaries, you know, municipal manager getting 500,000 rand, $500,000 a year. And then on top of that, also take maximum performance bonuses.
Because you never know when someone special may call. Introducing Harpic 2-in-1. Now you can have 24-hour fragrance. And with every flush, Harpic's expert cleaning complements your regular brushing. So you never get caught out. New Harpic 2-in-1, expert cleaning.
Introducing new Home magazine. A practical guide that will inspire you to add life to your home and garden.
Now, Mortein Target Ultra Multi-Insect Killer kills up to 4 times faster than before. Mosquito, cockroach or fly, you're all gonna die.
Mortein Target Ultra has the power to protect my family.
Now, up to 4 times faster than before.
Chrysler Grand Voyager with an exclusive stow-and-go seating and storage system. There when you need it, not there when you don't. Chrysler, inspiration comes standard.
For perfect legs, you can't risk nicks or cuts. Veet invents revolutionary Razera, our first ever bladeless razor kit with a 3-minute gel cream that lasts up to twice as long as razors. New Veet bladeless razor kit. Feels smoother for longer.
When you drive a Honda CR-V, you need to pay extra attention to the road signs because chances are you won't notice a change in the terrain. Not surprising when you consider that the luxurious interior and versatile space makes the CR-V such a comfortable drive. It's intelligent too, making the transition from front to four-wheel drive before you even realize you need it. The Honda CR-V really can take you anywhere. Just follow the signs. Honda, the power of dreams.
Now bleach meets fragrance in new Harpic 2-in-1 citrus and oxygen fresh rim blocks with the cleaning power of bleach. New Harpic 2-in-1 bleach blocks.
The municipality of Mimosa in the Northwest Province is also under fire, as is its municipal manager.
Yeah, there are plenty of challenges, and I must indicate that the financial constraints is the main challenge. I mean, in any municipality. Yeah, I hate my job when people always complain, you know. I mean, even if you know that you are doing the right thing, I know our jobs is very challenging, especially the municipal manager's job.
If the head of administration is the type of person who is arrogant, who to a certain degree does not even understand, you know, local governance, you know, I take it that our municipality would always be in the same problems that it finds us.
This is Syriza, a town in the Mimosa municipality. In the 1990s, white residents here gave the freedom of the town to Eugene Blanche. Township residents gave the township's freedom to Joe Modise. Kunrad Herbst is a DA councillor. He's had it with the way things are going, even though this council was installed less than a year ago. The MEC for local government had dissolved the previous council elected in 2000.
After 5 months, we only had one financial committee meeting, and things have actually went so bad that we are struggling now to pay for chemicals to purify our water.
Money is a major problem for all municipalities. The situation gets worse when they're unable or lack the political will to collect what residents owe them.
There's a lot of contradiction. We expect people to pay, whereas the level of unemployment is between 41 and 47%. And also, if you look around Syriza, we are surrounded by farms, and there are no proper, well-established factory or business sector that can employ people or pay them the living wage.
The council doesn't have any money.
But there's another factor that complicates debt collection here.
Afternoon.
Afternoon.
Hello, Minister.
How are you?
Very well, and you?
I'm fine, yes.
Good.
Pete Roos is the chairman of the local Chamber of Commerce. He claims he's written many letters to the municipal manager. Today he interrupts our interview to get some answers.
Can we finish here first, or?
Yeah, it's part of it.
Okay.
We have a serious problem in Syriza, Winston. And, you know, one of
is this part of...
Well, he wanted to ask you a question. I said, well, you go and ask himself yourself. We don't have those answers for you.
Okay.
One of the problems that we have is that we, as the community of Syriza feels that
our town is going backwards.
All right.
Why don't you answer the correspondence? But while we are on the matter of the ward councillors having to act against the people who are default payers, councillors are owing the council or the municipality 103,000 rand. Only the handful councillors that are. One of the specific councillors owes the municipality 53,000 or 54,000 rand, as far as I know, which was still so on the 17th of January. How are they going to motivate defaulters in paying their rates and taxes?
No, I doubt all the councillors have already paid all their debts. No councillor is owing a municipality up to so far.
It seems the mayor is living in some other municipality.
Not even one?
Not even one, yes.
Yeah, it's a fact that some of our councillors are owing rent.
This municipality is burdened with a 33 million rand debt, but most people in the area are poor and cannot afford to pay for services. But there is also a lack of imagination. The area around Schweiz-Serenica is blessed with diamonds. The municipality owns much of this land and should be getting 10% in royalties for every diamond found. Yet there's no system in place to collect this ready-made revenue.
We also have suggested to them that one of my members have a diamond tender house, that all diamonds recovered on their grounds around town must be sold in his tender house, so that there's some kind of a control over the diamonds to make sure that they get the right amount of royalties. But even on that letter, they did not come back to us. They did not reply. They did not say, yes, we are willing to have you as a chamber of business help us.
I blame the municipal manager. He's supposed to, it's our biggest asset. He's supposed to look after it. And it's not that they need to reinvent the wheel. We do have people that knows exactly what to do to put the control measures in place.
Complaints from members of the community, are just skyrocketing. People are just complaining. And it's a question of a time that people will just explode.
In the year of local elections, local government has become the battlefield for winning the hearts and minds of the people. A new Municipal Financial Management Act has been put in place and extra cash injected into local government systems. It's hoped that this will speed up delivery, promote efficiency, and get rid of corruption.
Have your say. How can local councils improve service delivery? SMS the word truth and your comments to 34383. A selection of comments will appear on the Special Assignment website. You can also fax, phone or email us.